All right, here we go. Read Between the Lines podcast. I'm Albert Reed, your host, the fastest amputee realtor in the world. Trust me on that.
Ray.
That's right. You know, real estate can be a tricky thing, right? I jumped right into it cold turkey. And soon as I passed my real estate exam, you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was ready for everything. That's until my bank account started running a little low, right? And that's when I realized how important it was, or how important it is, to have proper guidance. Today, I have Ms. Delphine Lampert, the broker of Terza Real Estate, French-born, University of Florida golfer. Everybody believe that. Delphine has been practicing real estate now for 22 years,
That's
right?
correct, Albert.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Delphine, if you will, tell me, how did you come up with the name Terza Real Estate?
So I'm going to backtrack a little bit for the audience. Started with Mignola Realty, which is the official name of the company, in 1999. And about 8 years ago, we decided Mignola Realty, which is it's a city in Lake County. And since we do real estate in all over Florida, we wanted to be more international and creative in Floridian as well as international. So we decided to go Terza Real Estate. Terza Real Estate is from a name in Italy that is a third rhyme of a poem, is also the number 3. 3 is a good luck to me. 3 is my kids and myself. 3 is also my third real estate company that I create on the name. So it took me a while, every night, for about a week, writing names after names after names, and then every morning deciding this name, that name, and then some were taking, some were not really flowing on every languages. So Terza came up more for the personality that we are. We're very international real estate. We have agents that from all over. We have some Spanish-speaking, Korean, not Korean, sorry, but Creole, French myself, Italian, so you name it. So Terza fits for us. And then also the official logo of Terza, as you can see possibly on the screen, it's Gator Blue for Terza, but it's also real estate as the burgundy for FSU, and it's the gold for UCF. So we pretty much cover the central North Florida, in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, you definitely covered all of it.
There you go.
Of them that I really wasn't ready for, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. We can deal with it. But just to dig, I guess, deep dive a little bit deeper. So you played golf at the University of Florida. Tell me a little bit about that.
So you want to know how I came here, or you want to know?
All of it.
Oh, boy. All right. So I got lucky. I was on the French team, national and junior team. And in the mid to late 80s, Mimi Ryan, which was the coach for the University of Florida, as well as Anne-Marie Roger, which was the assistant athletic director, recruited me from France. Told me, why don't you come and play for the Gators, which, at the time there was no internet, so Gators was not really on my map, didn't know where Gainesville was. I researched further, and they gave me a great opportunity. And I did come over to Gainesville and make Gainesville my life. Came to UF, stayed in the dorms. The first few days I was in the dorms, I thought my life was completely shocked and over. My luggage didn't even arrive. Came into a dorm that has AC. Coming from France 30 years ago, there's no AC where I was, so freezing AC, thank you very much. And you get used to it. So this is my short version of coming to University of Florida. It's been great to be a Gator. I appreciate the opportunity that they gave me. And, once a Gator, you're always a Gator. And I have a next to me, a Gator.
Actually, I am the Gator. You
the Gator.
I am the
me.
Gator.
The
right?
Gator.
The Gator. But so, with golf, were you good, or you kind of good?
So I was lucky. I was decent when they recruited me. I had some good breaks. I was semifinal of British Open. I had I won some French tournaments. And then when I came here, I had an accident. I fell backward and had my first back protrusion. And then my first year changed my life, where my golf was no longer as good. But the rest is history, and I still managed to play for the golf team and was all SEC academic, but the golf itself was not as good as what it should be with my back.
I have to imagine just playing golf. I know I play a little bit. I'm not good at all. Actually, I'm pretty terrible, but I can hit the ball. You get to meet a lot of really cool people. And I guess one of my biggest questions that I never really asked you is how going from golf to real estate, when and why did you make that decision?
So after I graduated from University of Florida in '93, I actually worked for a citrus company for 7 years, doing a little bit of all. I was exporting citrus overseas. My market was Asia and Europe. And in 1999, when my firstborn was about to be born, I decided that traveling overseas was not possible with a newborn. And my husband at the time, was already in real estate, and we decided to go ahead and make the big leap and become the owner of Minia Realty Terza Real Estate. I have not regretted since. It was really coming from a salary position, business sales manager, to a real estate position, and I have to say it was probably the best decision of my life.
Got it. Why?
For a lot of reasons. Real estate can be very rewarding. You're helping a lot of customers. You meet a lot of cool people, indeed. Just a rewarding and helping. It's not just about the money, but it's also helping the community, helping your customers, your buyers, your sellers, your renters. And you form a relationship with them for years and years. We have so many repeat customers, and that's what we strive on Terza, is we are a boutique office, boutique brokerage, and we thrive on repeat customers.
You use, I guess, to me, a buzzword. You said a boutique brokerage. What does that mean? A boutique brokerage?
Good question, Albert. So as you get more familiar with real estate yourself, you would want to do boutique brokerage.
Okay.
The difference, first of all, we're not a franchise. Yeah, I know that was kind of a little bit of a twist on this. I purposely decided not to be a franchise and to have the more flexibility option. Boutique, you can concentrate from A to Z with your customers. You can concentrate from helping from one end to all the way to closing, and then after closing. A boutique, you can, you're a service. You're a source of information as an agent. So they want a plumber, hey, you have plumbers. They want an advice on a mover, you know people. They want an advice on what should I refinance, so what should I do if I relocate, how do I proceed? Hey, I lost my job, what do I do? Or hey, I'm getting married, or I'm getting divorced. All the questions you have, being a boutique real estate, they kind of see you as a little bit of an advisor, but also a service producer.
How does that differ from, I don't know, like a big box brokerage? I guess I'm kind of making that up a little bit, but
yeah, you're throwing me some spikes here. Jeez, thanks. Great podcast for a start. Hello, everyone. Good question, Albert. Well, I think the large real estate have their bonus as well, but a smaller real estate brokerage, again, we can concentrate on the customers a little bit more. We dedicate our time more. I don't necessarily think we can do 20, 30, 40 closings a month. You're going to lose that touch, okay? So when you're boutique customers, you have to be a boutique brokerage. You have to be very careful not to be too busy for your customers.
That's important, honestly, especially for me, because you give me too much work, I ain't gonna lie, somebody might get stuck, and I don't want that.
Pound you on that. I'm gonna pound you work.
I actually want to be busy. I want to be much more busy than the average real estate, because that means more money, right?
Yeah, so there's a way to do it. You could be very successful. I've been a multi-million-dollar producer since actually I started. So I got lucky even in '99 doing the leap and having from salary to commission, not knowing anybody, anything. And there I am with a newborn knocking on the door and say, I want to sell your house. I'm a business oriented. I want to sell your house. But you're committed to that. And whether you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 closing, you still that commitment. Okay, so you could do volume. It's just you need to make sure to adapt to it, have really quality time, and save some time for some of your customers that at the last minute are going to ask you something. I do believe in you. I do believe you're going to be an amazing agent. I truly believe this. And as you get busy, you will recognize when you're too busy to either delegate or tell your customer the truth.
For some reason, I just felt the shift just a little bit.
Yeah, I was just like pushing it to you, right?
A slight shift. I appreciate that too, and I will be that guy. That's for darn sure. Yeah. What haven't I asked you that I should have asked you that would make sense right now?
Well, I mean, you're learning real estate, and real estate, you can do as many training as you can on a video, or some other companies will tell you can learn and you can video it, you can do any training you can, but the best training I'm going to tell you is hands-on. And every real estate transaction is different, okay? There's no one. I mean, you can have the basic knowledge, but every transaction is going to be different.
Yeah. Just as different as going from the last MLS with Geicar to the Stellar MLS.
There you go.
My goodness, that's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. What do you think about that?
I got an advantage because I was already with Stellar. So our office, actually, I've been doing Central Florida since 1999. Okay. When I left in '93 to do the sales manager job at the citrus company, it was in Lake County, and we were also selling from Fort Pierce and Vero Beach. The Indian River grapefruit and oranges are very famous. Ooh. So in '99, when I opened the office, we were doing mostly Orlando, Winter Garden, Lake County, Claremont, Windermere, all that area. When I came back in 2005 to Gainesville, for education for my kids, I thought Gainesville was better for education to come back here, and also because we were a big Gator fan and we love Gainesville. So coming back here, I decided to keep both offices. So I have an advantage because I already been working in the Central Florida since '99. The advantage now of having Stellar one MLS, which for people that don't know, Stellar was mostly Central Florida. Gainesville had their own Gainesville MLS. Now they joined Stellar MLS, so they can pretty much sell all over Central Florida as well. It's just a process you have to learn. We don't mind commuting. We don't mind selling in Tampa, Orlando, Winter Garden, Gainesville, Marion County, Ocala. So you have a vast majority of cities you can help your customers.
Listen, let me tell you something. I don't give a darn if it's Ocala, Gainesville, all the cities that you just named, Florida, Georgia, South Kakalaki, and my Cricket, Humpback. I want to sell everywhere. Trust me on that. So if you are in Georgia, call me. I got you. If you are in, give me another state.
Oh, California,
Give
Colorado.
me California. I was thinking of California too. Right?
Yeah, it's a nice place. So you can help. Actually, you are the source. You are the one-step source, the one-person source. You guys need to read Between the Line podcast, and you need to call Albert Reed for all your real estate, whether it's in Georgia, Carolinas, Colorado, California, New York. Hey, New York is great. Yes, there you go.
I like those.
You can help.
Tell me, so let's talk about some of the things that are challenging with real estate, right? Some of the things that are not so fun to talk about. Like, what are some of your issues that you've dealt with, and how did you overcome them? Like, what was the silver lining in some of the challenges or failures that you had? Because I'm a firm believer that you cannot win, you cannot succeed without failure. And real estate is not all the good. And I'm gonna tell you, I got like $13 in my account right now, so I'm struggling. I can't wait till my next check come in. So, tell me about some of your challenges.
So let's go back to that last little question, the last little word you say. So, as a real estate, for any agent that starts, I'm gonna recommend to you that as you start making money, you put aside at least 3 to 6. The goal is to have 3 to 6 months advance. Okay. Also, pay your tax every quarter. You put some money aside because real estate. The hard part about real estate is commission base. So unless you do property management, you're mostly going to be commission based. So that's going to be challenging right there. You may have 6, 7, 8 closing 1 month, and you may have 0 for a few months. So you need to manage your time, your money wisely. As far as failure and success, again, every transaction is different. So You learn from your mistake. You try to adapt from it. What I recommend to every one of the agents is to always use caution. Be very careful. If you don't know, then the answer is, let me find out for you. But don't volunteer. For example, if you think you have a lakefront property and you think that lakefront property is actually, you can have a dock and you can build in there, and in reality you didn't check, but the lakefront property has some rights away, and the water rights may not be what you think it was, where you're not the owner of it. So there you are as an agent promising and say, oh, you can build there, no problem. Oh, you can take all the weeds out from that lake, or you can have a dock there. The answer is let me find out. And then the best way also is have them find out. Call the property appraiser, call the water authority, maybe the FDOT, call those services. The other is not really failure, because unless you're doing gross negligence, which is very rare, I don't consider real estate transaction, any of yours that fail are not failure. Okay, you're just learning. You're going to do better the next time. Maybe you're going to reward it better on your contract. Maybe you're going to reward it better with your customer. Maybe you're going to be a little bit more careful. Maybe you're going to put something in writing a little differently. So with experience comes a lot of greatness, but also you're going to be wiser. Haha, great.
I agree with that.
And you'll adapt. Really, the key is to adapting to each transaction. You may have an agent that's going to be very difficult to work with. You may have one that's going to be very easy to work with. You may have a buyer or a seller that is very difficult, and it may not be anything to do with the transaction. It could have been something emotional. It could have been something that is not even relevant to the transaction.
Got you. So basically, my job is as a buying agent, to find the cheapest property?
So your job actually is to be a very good counselor and psychologist, but we're more of a transaction broker, and I don't know if people understand the difference between transaction broker and buyer's agent. In the state of Florida, we are customary to be transaction broker, meaning that we can facilitate both parties. As a buyer's agent, you're a little limited, even though a buyer's going to tell you the trick that I've heard many, many times in 22 years is, you're working for me, right? Like, you my buyer's agent. You working for me to get the best deal. Well, yes, technically, but who's paying you? The seller. Seller's giving you a commission right now. And your best job is to get, if you have the buyers, to get that buyer the best possible deal. If you have the seller, to get the best possible deal for the seller. If you have both, well, no matter what, you're going to be in between, and you're going to disclose that. Say you're facilitating the deal. You are here to make the best possible for both of you to be accepted, and both sellers and buyers are happy. The best way to do that is also to show them comps, comparison, active, sold, pending, and kind of, direct them. If something is wrong with the house and they don't know what they're looking at, you can say, I really recommend that you have this inspection done. You may want to check, I'm not sure about the windows or this crack or that crack. Again, you don't know, just get to the expert. I recommend this or that.
Right. Well, I got a question, though. Fees. What in the heck are brokerage fees? Because what are they?
Are you talking about transaction fees or
some
brokerage?
Fees, just to do business with the different brokerages.
So some offices, and I can't talk for the offices because I don't know their regulation, and with the trade and all this, I don't know. Each brokerage has their own rules. Okay, I know personally I can talk to you about Terza Real Estate, and Terza Real Estate, we have never charge a transaction fee or an extra fee. We only charge a commission fee that the sellers pay us. I don't believe in transaction fee, because that's just an additional fee. That's just a bonus fee to the broker or the agent. I don't believe for the buyer to pay it, and I don't believe for the seller to pay it. So Terza Real Estate, we have waived that fee for the last 22 years. That's just a fee that some brokerage will charge. Some are charging, again, I cannot say exactly, but I've heard some people say from $150 to $500. And that's really an extra fee. So you as a buyer or you as a seller, make sure you ask before you commit with someone and ask them if they charge a transaction fee.
Ask me, I'll figure it out for you. 'Cause
There
I'm
you
your
go.
agent.
Ask Albert.
I'll make that happen. I appreciate that too, Delphine. I met Delphine a long time ago at AT&T, right?
Yeah, that's right. You were helping me with one of my phones.
Gosh, yeah, a long time ago. I even got you the business account too, huh?
You sure did. I will talk about that another time.
Wait a minute. I did you right, though. I got you hooked up.
You did good.
Yeah,
You did very
yeah.
good.
I hooked up a lot of
You
people.
were extremely good
lot of
manager
people.
in customer service.
Yes, and I still am now in real estate.
And that's why I say you're applying your business. You know, we talk about me, but we're going to apply your business mind and your business services into real estate. And this is why I'm pretty sure sellers, buyers, and renters are going to love you.
No.
They already
Sellers,
love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there
They
you go.
already love
They
me.
already
Listen,
love you.
I'm already
Read
the man.
between the
I'm
lines.
already
They
you
love you.
You better know it. You better know it. So,
The Gators. Excuse me, people. The Gators.
Yo, thank y'all for hanging out with us. This is Albert Reed, the host of Read Between the Lines. I am the fastest amputee real estate in the world. Here with Miss Delphine Lampert, broker of Terza Real Estate.
So the next podcast, I'd like to know a little bit more about that fastest amputee in the world and how did you come up to what happened to you. You know, the next podcast will be a little bit more about Albert.
After we talk to some appraisers, after we chat a little bit with some, home inspectors,
Yeah, there
then
you
we'll
go.
figure that out after we start doing some closings and,
Yeah.
getting the right people in the right homes, right? But thank you again for hanging out with us. Ms. Delphine, thank you for hanging out with me today.
Thank you, Albert.
giving
I
us a little
appreciate it. And
tutorial.
he does have experience. He's just not telling you to bet, but he has some closings already and he's
Yes.
ready for you.
Yes, I am.